Good day. Today we're going to be doing our text along path lesson from gimptutorials.net. Good stuff. So let's go to File, New, and just select the default sort of settings. Click on OK. From there we're going to be using something called the Paths tool. So let's go ahead, click on that. And the Paths tool is we're going to set it like however we want our text to go along. So we click once, we're going to set 2 points, and then a second time. Now at this point, what we can do is, you see I can bend it. Well, that's okay if you were a boring person, but we're gonna take her up a little bit. We're gonna sort of bend her up. There we go. And it doesn't have to be too crazy. Okay, you can see like that's a suggestion there. It doesn't really, it's not too critical that it's super crazy, but I want to get an effect at least. Okay, so you can play around with that. Alright, there we go. So from there, what we do is we're going to select our text tool. Double click on that and select the font you want, and let's see what size we get here. So I'm going to put school appropriate word there, and let's change that size up a little bit. So what size did that end up being? So around 50, something like that, okay? There we are. And then what we do is we click on this button here where it says text along path. Let's see how that comes out. That's okay. That's not the best. Whoa, I accidentally clicked it twice. There we go. It's a little crazy. Got a little freaked out, man. So what you can do then is, you see we've got our situation there. Okay. Well, that's good stuff. What we got to do now is we got to get rid of our different layers. That text layer we created. So again, if you don't have a layers menu, go ahead, double click on any tool, then go to configure this tab, add tab, and then layers. Okay? Let's go ahead and let's delete that top layer that where it says like Father Flem. Let's delete that. Okay? Good stuff. So now we should just have one sort of layer. Okay? Now, while we're here, let's go ahead, let's make sure our Paths box is open. So let's go in this triangle, add tab, and then Paths. Make sure that's there, Paths. Okay, well that's good stuff. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go ahead, and you can see here we've got two things here. We're going to go ahead and do, there we go, okay. We're going to go ahead, do a right click on your text layer, right click, and then path to selection. Okay, so from there, what we can do is, this is now sort of outlined like that, okay? And let's go ahead and, let's use a gradient, okay? So let's go to our, or actually we're going to go ahead and make a new layer. So let's go to our layers menu. Let's make a new layer. Click on OK. See what I did there? I clicked on the new layer box, and let's go to our gradient tool. Okay, so let's double click on that. Let's pick a cool gradient. Your choice. I'm going to go with one I made before, the Web 2.0 sort of gradient. So it's kind of interesting. Or you could, no, you know what? Let's go, it's rainbow time, man. Yes. Let's just look around here a second. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay. So then what we do, that's our selection now. So the only thing that'll come up is that, what we selected. So that's pretty simple. And then I'm going to just take things up a notch and do a select none. Then I'm going to do a filters, blur, Gaussian blur. And let's just set it to like, I don't know, 6, 7, 5, something like that, okay? It's going to blur us up a little bit. Good stuff. And now let's go back down to our bottom layer, and let's just keep it simple. Let's just use our paint bucket. Black is already selected. Make sure it says here, fill whole selection. Let's do that. There we go. Now one thing you might notice is that you see how we've still got the outline from the path. When you save this as a JPG, a JPEG, it's not going to change it. Okay, you won't see it. Excuse me. So if you want to see what it actually looks like, there we go. All right. So go ahead, File, Save As, and let's just call it. Let's see here. Path. Put your last name. HQ.jpg. Okay. Make sure you're saving to your folder on your desktop. Okay. Again, our desktop, and then J Fleming. There we go. Save. Put our HQ version at 100%, and then our LQ version at about 33%. Okay, 30, 33, something like that. Just as long as it uploads to the forum. Okay, save. There we go. That's all she wrote. Best of luck.